Now I want to do a little segment here about supposedly a forgotten story from 1863, and this is the Sand Creek Massacre, when U.S. forces slaughtered as many as 200 unsuspected Native Americans. And they were promised protection if they rode down the Sand Creek. But when they arrived, they instead were systematically slaughtered. A couple Indians up front here that would, and I believe this picture, as it says here, was taken at the White House in 1863, and I believe in 1864 the massacre took place. And you know what? This is exactly what I speak of in my friggin' stories. All that is interesting has brought up the article. And talk about stuff that comes up unexpectedly. I even forgot when I even signed up to that. But all things interesting. All that's interesting. .com, if anybody wants to. But you get interesting stories like this is right. I'm glad to share this story and get it out there, because it did say somewhere down here, most vicious in the country's history has been nearly forgotten. Well, you won't be forgotten with me. The chief was said to have been a peacemaker and literally signed treaties and even given soul. I think it said they gave land, but if I'm saying this, Sharini and Arapaho tribes who populated eastern Colorado faced a massive influx. And Black Kettle made further attempt peace in 1861. He signed a treaty of Fort Wise, which greatly reduced the lands. That's what it was. Yeah, he pretty much signed away his lands. And in August of 64, Evans authorized the citizens of the area to kill and destroy all hostile Indians. Now, this is what I like. Hostile Indians. And anybody gonna... And this is what it is with the friggin' talking of Indians. They were always hostile. They were always, what the hell? Savages. Always. Something always. Always, but what the hell they really were trying to make peace with people. And, then, tried to, help the white man. They probably thought, hey, shit, new people. Let's give them a hand. They weren't the savages. They were unless you cross their path, like anybody. Anybody you try crossing their path turns into a savage. I know I do. Cross my path, you get the wrong end of the stick. And these people, before the massacre, like I said, they were said to go to Sand Creek. Protection is there, meaning probably, from whatever the case may be, maybe from the French or whatever settlers they were going after at the time. And trade routes and gold mines. this is the thing, too. Overturning, there was what they speak of as gold mines in California and in the Colorado Territory. Money, greed, right here. This is what made Indians start getting killed. Because the white man thought, hell, if they find our gold or start learning that this land they live on of gold is gonna friggin' maybe set them off. And Indians probably didn't even know what the hell gold was. All right? They didn't know nothing about it. If they did, they would have been digging and prospecting it way before white man ever came. They probably didn't know a damn thing about it. So, right. Here they go.
What?
Shh. Get up there. Yeah, I'll be up there in a minute. Just be quiet a minute. So, I mean, yeah, and then they get these Indians and everything, you know, before they find out of the riches of their land. And Indians used to live on cliffs, rocks, mountains, everywhere they could travel to see over the land, to make their, you know, contact with other tribes or contact with their warriors, whatever the case may be. White man started finding gold throughout this goddamn United States. Whatever the case may be, even the gold mines in Fitchburg, they say, the John Fitch mines I speak of, there was gold digging up there. And then it ceased. Nobody knows why. I didn't read any further into it, but, you know, come to find out gold is in this town, maybe? Oh, shit. Could be anywhere. It's about to wonder why shit got taken away from the Indians. Money, greed. And this goes on today as we speak. Money, greed. You know, the government hasn't changed one bit. And then, of course, it says in the morning of the Sand Creek Massacre, November 29, 1964, Colonel and his men. And, oh, there was a thing, though. I'm going to show a picture here. Because I think that's the end of the story. No, I mean, this guy, Captain Silas Soul, which I'm going to show a picture in a minute. Two noble men didn't want nothing to do with this attack. And this is another thing that I need to point out and give respects to. Right here. This is the location. These two, well, this guy on the right bottom corner, one of the pictures that was never taken of the man that helped the guy over here on the left, but the guy over here on the right is the one that, you know, called the attack, made the attack. This is the landmark on Google Maps. Sand Creek Massacre National Historical Site. So 200 Indians were slaughtered here because they were going to be protected. This man on the left, though, and another man, Joseph A. Croner. You know, that's Connor or Croner. Kramer. Voluntary cavalry put their military careers and lives at risk by refusing to fire during the attack against a peaceful two tribes village at Sand Creek. And unfortunately, one of these men that says down here, Kramer, is known to exist as no photo of him, but this guy was shot down in the streets of Denver. And that was, this guy here. Several weeks after Soul testified before the commission. Oh, and there's 2 letters these men wrote stating why they did not do or why they thought it was wrong to do this. And this man was shot down right here, this noble person. was not going to fire on peaceful Indians. So all it was about money and greed. Disgusting. Sick. That's why these Indians died. Because there was more land that they probably wanted to get a hold of. And they've already probably lost enough land. Didn't want to give no more, like every other Indian throughout the United States. And when they were sent to go kill these Indians, that man right there, big huge salute, refused to fire on peaceful Indians. For everybody that thinks Indians were savages and brutal murderers and killers and didn't give a shit about nobody but themselves, you're full of shit. You need a smack in your face. Do not disgrace the Indians and what they were for. I say it all the time, if it wasn't for the Indians of New England, white man would have never survived New England's harsh weathers. Yeah, that's right. But that man right there and another man he was with both got, I think they were both murdered. The other one, I don't know what happened, and I don't think it even says. Which charge, history, judgment, Sand Creek. If anybody want to check this out, just screenshot. But yeah, I gotta honor these people, these two men. I gotta honor the Indians. Give a huge right hand thrown in the air. Let's give a moment of silence for this senseless tragedy. It should have never have happened because, oh, there's gold in this country. And I'm very, very happy to have shared this story, even though I'm sure locals know of it. Some people might know of it, but if it's getting forgotten, I don't let shit like this be forgotten. The Indians were here first. And because of the government, as it says in black and white, no different from today, this tragedy happens. Sick. It's very sick. But let's make sure this has never been forgotten. Please share this video. Please subscribe, because hopefully one day when I break through, I'm waiting for you, YouTube, to give me a hand here. But I would like to travel to this destination and give my fullest respect to all the lost lives at this place. And that's what I mean. This is what my passion is to do. Bring forth history. And like it says, forgotten? No, never forget. Never. You want to talk about today's government? How about the past government? How about George Washington, and everybody praises that he had the Corning, New York Indians driven out of their land. And Abraham Lincoln had 300 Indians hung. How about them? Oh yeah, Abraham Lincoln might have freed the slaves, but the slaves of the Indians and the brutality that they brought against them. And they sit there up there on Mount Rushmore. And I say, to me, that's the biggest disrespect. Because they, too, went after Indians for money, greed, to take the land, to have, the long hand of the law and government take over of what was once theirs and make them pay like everybody else. That's your government. Been going on for hundreds of years, not just today. So keep on honoring them of the past and not honoring the Indians that lived here. And to me, you have my fullest disrespect towards you. Until that next video, be safe. Take care out there. And remember, always honor your Indians. Out.